as a peace offering before
And
leaving.
as she's screaming bloody mother, you all sneak out very swaggily.
Oh god damn it, it's this song again.
Swag, swag, swag.
And swag your way back to town.
So,
Unless you guys wanna break it up and maybe do something else and then come back to team 2, day 2 of team building.
Oh, let's keep going. Let's do it.
More team building is fun.
So I guess we all meet up at breakfast or something.
I mean, yeah, fair enough. Well, I mean, we never separated.
Yes.
That's true.
well, actually get to know each other. I mean, truly get to know each other. It's what, not just brief details, actually, and what motivates us, what drives us. Work out some puzzles together.
You can hear a quiet chuckle coming from Alyssia. Or more like, a snort.
That is an excellent idea. I'd like to get more acquainted with you, especially your blood. And she suddenly materializes and hugs you, Lucretia.
Why are you always after me?
You're so
Hey,
tasty.
hey Expersha,
What the fuck?
Yes.
I'm in a good mood. I look at her and go, Demon. I draw a
She
dagger,
points towards her.
wave
That's
it up to my finger. Cut it so there's just like a little spot of blood on the finger. And I want to, you know how when you're holding like a treat just above a dog's head and making it jump for it? I'm going to do that to distract her from Lucy. Little drop. Oh, come on, get the drop of blood. Get the drop of blood.
As you do that, suddenly you see that her body unnaturally begins to mature and she becomes much taller and, well, she basically ages herself. So everything that is seductive about her just doubles. Maybe even triples.
Oh,
And-
God,
As she gets
Expersha.
bigger, she
There was no
latches
good
her
way to
mouth
end that
around your
sentence.
finger and you feel her tongue starting to coil around your finger. She gives you a mischievous smile and starts sucking on your finger.
By the way,
I'm uncomfortable with this.
I was not expecting it to go like that.
Alyssia
so
is just
Is she still holding on to me?
what are you still doing
Nope,
to my
she let
sword?
go of you.
from Alicia's corner of the table. You just hear a quiet snort and followed by.
Jealousy.
It's just so easy. Alicia did like the equivalent of baited.
Oh, I wasn't actually expecting that, so she catches me flat-footed for a second before sort of whipping the hand away and going, I forget you can do that.
As you say that, she chuckles and goes back to her original small shape.
What is going on? There's just silence and confusion.
Yes, so Iris is like, so who wants to go first with the whole sharing thing? And she's like pulling the sword back with one hand, like picking her up from behind her collar and lifting her to sit next to her. Get back here.
As she starts doing that, the demon reaches out towards you, Horatius, very timidly trying to poke you wherever you're close, so probably your elbow and arm. A little more? A little more?
No.
Oh.
We can
Although this
try
time
both.
the teams would be me and Iris, Alicia and Lulu.
Oh no,
Wait.
you just called me Lulu in front of the group. What have you done?
I already called you Lulu yesterday.
Wait.
Yeah, but now
okay.
Iris knows. I just kind of look at Iris.
Crown or tail? I said to Iris.
Clown.
Which is heads or tails, but you know.
Mhm.
Heads. You want to go first or second?
Let's see. I think second.
I'm just gonna let out a long sigh. So what were the questions again?
Well, the traditional ones are how you got here, what you value most, and the most afraid you've ever been. But I suppose really anything you wish in this scenario, it's not exactly typical.
Well, how I got here is pretty obvious. I came back from the front lines to find that Horatius was out on an extremely dangerous mission, so I went to follow him from Ovea to the bar where I died. What I value most, well, it used to be the traditional god, then family, then nation, then humanity, but I'm not really sure about the whole god step now. They don't seem to believe in me, and I'm not sure my standing with them, so I guess family tops the list. She kind of looks at Horatius. And the most afraid I've ever been has to be...
emotions.
And the most afraid I've ever been is probably when I saw that giant demon barreling towards me and my group, and that was the first time I died, getting trampled and, well, buried under a bunch of corpses, which I had to climb out of. That's actually why they call me the Unyielding Angel. It's because they all thought I had died under the corpses, but a minute later they saw my hand emerge and I climbed out and, well, I led the charge and we were able to, well, we were pretty successful that day, so I earned the nickname.
Rather than the reaction you're expecting from that, I almost start like suppressing a soft laugh.
Oh? What's so funny about that?
Have I ever told you how I got my name?
How?
Just sounds so shockingly similar. You
Well,
remember
actually,
the old
I would
Mulvian
know.
Bridge before?
I actually would know that.
Yeah,
you,
I was about to say.
Yeah. I'm just like, yeah, so... guess it was similar.
Also, to anyone who can't remember, I think I said it in a previous session at some point. The whole standing on a bridge alone, just trying to delay demons, ended up standing on a pile of corpses with like a ridiculous amount of arrows sticking out of me, and then eventually just ran out of steam and went down. But by then, enough of the people retreated and destroyed the bridge. So I'm just laughing at the both covered in a pile of corpses. Another family trait.
I
Well, to be
suppose
fair,
it's a
one was
Klein
under
family
the corpses,
tradition.
another was over the corpses.
I wonder what position our little brother will be when it comes to a pile of corpses and earning
That's
a great
like 3
nickname.
miles away in a page's court, if I have anything to say about it.
Yeah, though I have to say, it is a lot harder to keep somebody in a safe position than you would expect. Father tried to keep me in a safe position and just kind of gestures look at me now.
Well, at least you know how to defend yourself.
Yeah. So, Eurus, I believe it's your turn now.
Share something.
Seriously quietly died in the corner. Rip.
Genuine emotions.
Alyssia, it's your turn.
And she just raises.
Oh, since we're sharing, can I share too?
Sure.
I was in a prison and then I tricked Iris into touching me, and here I am.
From Alicia's corner, it just comes a quiet true story.
And what's the
Then-
most afraid you've ever been?
And what do you value most?
Right now, I value the blood of the Klein twins because it's super tasty.
You're not getting my blood. Please stop asking. It's making me uncomfortable.
We aren't twins, she's 10 years younger than me.
I don't know how you humans work. I mean, my species doesn't have, well, family hierarchy and stuff like that, so I wouldn't know.
I
Considering
thought
your
your
curse,
species were made in a forge.
No.
I mean, your current form is a sword.
I mean, yeah, but I wasn't always a sword. I mean, I told you, I, used to be a giant monster eating shit, so...
Now you're just a little one.
I'm still eating.
I'm fairly certain that this form is much more attractive.
Oh yeah, it's a lot easier on the eyes, that's for sure.
Hmm.
I don't know about you, Horatius, but
both,
I don't know about you, Horatius, but personally, I'm not really. I don't really fancy things with tentacles.
That wasn't what I was sighing at, but
I mean, if you're into that, I can technically do it.
Please don't.
I think you're deflecting. Answer the third question. You wanted to play?
Well, if you really wanna know, I guess it was right before I died. I mean, remember when I said I was something else before I became a sword? Yeah, that's how I became a sword. I got killed. Well,
How did it happen?
yeah, see, here's the thing. I was at a point in my existence where, like I said, I was barely sentient. All I could think was about my unending hunger. So I fed. Most of my body was a giant mouth that was basically feeding. I could literally suck the life out of entire villages in a moment. So they used that against me. They brought some kind of powerful artifact that reversed the effect of my gaping mouth. And I basically ate myself until I was dead. Well, that wasn't really the kicker. I mean, somewhere inside me I was strong enough to, well, resist the effect if I wanted to, but I didn't want to. I wanted to die, even though it was scary. But what scared me more than dying was, in that brief moment, my sanity returned to me and I had realized what I had become. Just a mindless monster, eating everything, not thinking about anything. And honestly, the thought of that scared me more than just dying, so I died. What? You guys are making it weird. Why are you all silent all of a sudden?
I just didn't expect you to have a serious answer.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Usually sarcastic.
Were you expecting another quip to joke about something? You guys are lame. Like, when I try to joke around, you brush me aside, but when I'm trying to be serious, that's what you give me? Sheesh.
I mean, I appreciate your honesty.
If I'm honest, I was expecting you to say something about when I turned you down.
Tell you what, I'll forgive you if you give me some of your blood.
Personally, I'm just having a hard time comprehending what you're saying, but...
Expert a high or low?
Always
do it. I don't feel bad for it.
I'm not doing it.
I have not exactly... I have never been in a similar position, so I'm afraid I can't really easily relate.
Oh, come now, Alyssia, you don't have to fake it. Can you really relate to anything? I mean, you're pretty much dead inside.
Wait, is that laugh in
He's
character,
got you
Adam?
there.
That's in character.
No, Adam, is that laugh in character?
Oh, that's in character.
Alyssia points to Horatius. See, he gets me.
I'm also stifling laughs.
Anyway, Iris, are you still in a coma? Iris is still in a coma.
Alright, I guess it's...
Fine. Guess I'll go next.
Burn my soul, but I think I do get you.
I got here by being picked up by someone named Gordon, who then tricked me into joining this little venture. I love the fact that no one is objecting.
Yeah, no, we...
I mean, if nobody's gonna say anything, the swords go, I mean, I've met Gordon a few times, but that doesn't sound like him.
Well, it does,
like
if we consider that he doesn't necessarily tell you the entire truth, even if he doesn't outright lie to you.
Actually, that's one thing that I wondered about for a while.
Oh?
You and Gordon.
Yes?
You aren't exactly birds of a feather. I'd say you have more in common with Henry. How's...
I have something in common with Royland too, but...
Apprenticeship? You know what I mean.
Let's just say that I was rather young and also rather on my own. Gordon took pity on me, for lack of a better term. Although I'm not entirely convinced he did not have a deeper... Fuck. What I'm looking for.
I told you I'd come back when
home!
I told you it would come back when it ran out of food.
Yay!
Yay!
It was clearly trapped somewhere. It was skinny as all fuck.
Anyway,
It ran out of food.
Alyssia moves on like, anyway, what I value is survival and freedom. And the moment when I was the most afraid, probably at some point when I was a kid, although the exact memory escapes me. I have recently determined that there are quite a few things from my childhood I don't remember.
I thought you remembered everything that ever happened to you.
While it might seem that way, that is only really true for things that have happened in recent memory. There, now I shared one of my secrets. Are you happy?
I am.
Speaking of secrets, when are you gonna tell us what happened to that amazing bow you had?
Wait, who
I
said
mean,
that?
come on. The
sword.
sword is insane. I mean, come on. The presence of that thing is insane. That thing's probably more powerful than me right now. You think nobody's gonna notice that it's missing? What happened?
Oh, wait, she said bow. I thought she said boy. I was like, what fucking boy? Which
Yeah,
fucking
the
boy?
bow.
Wait, I
Yeah,
thought
like,
we
she
know.
clearly knows the bow's not there because she can't sense it.
Yeah, I thought we already knew, but I suppose the sword might not.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's true.
Well, due to circumstances, I was forced to leave it behind in the mansion with that crazy mage.
Oh, that sounds exciting.
It really wasn't.
We're going to get it back.
Well,
Speaking of which, Iris, while
we'll
you
see
were
if
gone, the
Anri can
sword
get it
actually
back.
opened up to what was the thing that scared her most, and everybody was dead silent for a while because she actually told them the truth.
What? I can't remember.
Remember how she said that she, before she was an all-consuming, powerful monster that only fed and had no sense of self, and
Yeah.
was consumed by her hunger and nothing else?
Mm-hmm.
They tried to kill her, and in her last moments, when she got her sanity back and realized what she had become, she was so scared of what she had become that she decided that she wants to die, so she let them kill her.
Oh,
And that's how she became a sword.
yeah, Iris would have
Even
been
though
silent.
even though she was scared of dying, she was more scared of what she had become, so she willingly died.
Actually, as an afterthought, Alyssia would pipe up to Ashura. Ashura, I would think you would have already considered this, but given your tastes, wouldn't it be wise to keep in mind what happened to you previously so that it doesn't happen again?
Alyssia, can you stop breathing?
No, I cannot.
Yeah, well... Just saying.
I'm not saying stop eating, but
By the way,
I'm sure you don't wish to turn into that thing again.
at that point, Iris actually taps the sword and laughs. She's like, "Don't worry, she isn't gonna do anything really bad next to my side. She's gonna be a good girl, aren't you?"
Of course I'm gonna be a good girl, don't you trust me?
Of course. Just beside you, if you ever need help.
Yeah, well, I need some help with getting Lucretia's blood right now.
That's all on her, sorry. You're alone on this one. She bows apologetically. I'm sorry.
I thought you were gonna help me. You literally just said you're gonna help me.
I'm supporting you emotionally.
That can't feed me.
While this is all very fascinating, perhaps you should move on with the sharing.
Iris.
Ah, yes, me. What would you like me to share first?
Well, what about your childhood? How you got here? I mean, apart from being Rahana's daughter and the brief bits I was told about what had happened since the group had been assembled, I don't actually know that much about you. I mean, Kenjiro won't speak much of it either.
That's probably because he wasn't around when it happened. My earliest childhood memories is...
Give you a wry smile when you say he wasn't around.
Poor Kinjiro.
But yeah, she probably knows he wasn't around for this part. Because she's gonna go, since you've all shared something rather close, I guess I will as well. I remember fire. I remember standing in a sea of flames of my village. Apparently I'd been attacked by, well, I think you know who Armoros is.
I do not.
He's a demon living. He's the
So I
demon
just
sealed
kinda-
inside.
Ohana.
Rohana.
Ah.
Wait, your own mother burnt down your village?
No, no. It's the demon wasn't there. She's actually probably the only person who ever achieved this, but she sealed the demon away within inside her own body in order to save us.
Well,
And
the only at that time.
well,
I say, gesturing to you.
She was basically, even though it was a little known fact because her family tried to kill it, at this point at least you guys would know. At the time, because she couldn't beat it, she sealed it inside her and she became the first human to actually seal a demon unwillingly inside them
Yeah.
and survive.
so yeah, Iris nods. It's like, it's not exactly the same. Me and Morgana are basically sharing a bond that is forced. The other one. But in order to save me, sadly, I was the only one left. And, well, you probably know the rest. I grew up within the city. To be honest, with all the training she put me through, it got bored quick. No, not to sound very, what was it again? Sorry, I've lost the word. Overconfident. Not ungrateful.
Oh,
Sorry,
overconfident.
I just use overconfident. It's like, not to sound overconfident, but everybody who tried to fight me there kind of bored me.
I
it
know
was-
that part.
It's like, there was no real challenge at all. But, at least I had an uneventful childhood. I never got into trouble for some reason. I don't know why. Like, she looks a bit confused by that. Or something to do with my grandfather.
Also, especially, I want to clarify. Me and Ken are friends. Do I know? I'm not going to tell her. I just want to know if I know.
You know.
Okay.
Yeah, she's
In
like,
which case, she just gets a knowing smile.
It's like, when I heard my mother may have been leaving to, well, go on this adventure, I had to go in her stead. I didn't want us to get hurt. At the time, I didn't know the seriousness of this. I thought it was going to be like the fairy tales. Go off, defeat the bad guy, come home, big hero. Didn't really work out that way. Along the way, I traveled with people I didn't really know. Slowly going to bond with them. Named leader despite not even wanting to. But then that event happened. I'm not sure if either of you know, maybe you know Lucretia, but the front line was pushed back.
Oh, I'm aware.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Well, at that time, the very demon that is floating above us actually wiped out an entire fort of both its own and our people. It was ghastly to see such a thing. And as I stood upon that tower watching it fly away, I saw that it wasn't just humans that couldn't get along. They couldn't unite under a single banner. Demons, very much the same way. Creatures of self-interest. I think that's when the point I decided to do something about it.
Like mages.
She shakes her head. No, not like mages. Like everything. Doesn't matter if it's anybody. Could be the most common person in the city. They're not united. We saw it in our own group. How disjointed we could be. How much less effective we were. But once we started working together, even just half of us, We're able to do such great and marvelous things. Can you imagine, just for one moment, a world like that? A continent united under one banner. How much could be done?
Safe to say I'm smiling along because, in my mind, yeah, I believe exactly the same thing. The only difference is the banner is all there.
And that is my dream. That is something I will do. It's not just gonna be a dream for long.
I fear humanity may end up disappointing you, Iris, in that case.
She shakes her head. I'm used to doing impossible things, but...
I'm sure you are, but you have not lived through the parts of humanity I have.
Isn't that the lot of someone in charge, though? Of an actual leader?
She only
Dream
smiles.
the impossible dream.
She's actually smiling brightly towards her. She's a bit surprised.
You actually get a nod of respect at that one.
Yeah, she's actually looking surprised towards you, like, wow, that's spot on. So, nods towards you. That's true. But a ruler is just as good as the people who stand beside them. And I'm finding...
And with that, I think I should, I think I have something to say.
What is it?
Well, with the recent events with, well, you know, Horatius. I think my days with the church have come to an end. I think I'll be joining Noble Moon from now on.
Eris looks a little shocked at that, and then looks towards Horatius to see his reaction.
I'm just giving her like a look of, you know, keep going if you want to, I'm here.
The sword whispers for a bit, I told you she wants me.
Well,
Alicia's like, have you really thought that through?
while I'm coming to terms with what's happening with me and the gods and, well, the changes that are happening, I realize that even if I accept it, the church certainly won't. So, unfortunately, my dreams of becoming High Priestess are never going to be realized, as I really doubt that would let somebody who's even partially undead be a priestess. So, well, my dreams of politics don't have to be over. Iris, no offense, but while you do give an inspiring speech, you are not the most, diplomatic person. I think I can help you with that. So if you would allow me, I would like to become your advisor.
Eris, is like shocked a little bit, then goes, I said it before. A ruler needs great people behind them. I accept.
Lucretia nods. Then I suppose I'm now a member of Noble Moon. If Horatius, I respect if you don't respect my decision, but I also respect that I'm going to do it anyway, because, well, we both know I'm not the best at taking directions.
As you looked over to say that to him, you just saw that his smile just kept widening as you were speaking.
So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of give you a good-hearted smile.
By the way,
Iris, are you gonna pass her a pendant?
yeah, Iris is going to stand up and pass you a pendant and go, well, if you can't become High Priestess, then we're just going to have to shine twice as bright in order for Adomade. I can't pronounce the fucking word. Eomade in order to notice you.
And then she's gonna...
I never cared what you did, Lulu. You're my sister. And I'll always be here for you.
I'm grinning a bit as I accept the pendant. Oh, then I'm just gonna have to show her what she's missing out on as I put the pendant around my neck.
Welcome to Noble Moon.
Iris nods with a great big smile.
Also, I imagine, as you say, that derogatory comment about Yomade, the fucking sword tattooed over my heart just pulses with pain.
Just, you what,
No.
bitch?
The tattoo on your chest does not react at all.
Oh,
Worship me.
also, Horatius, I'm unable to contact the gods right now. I was wondering if you could do a favor and maybe ask Aomade about my standing with her at the moment. I would just kind of like to know.
Well, if she deigns fit to hear it, I will, but I can't say I've ever been as close as her as I was that day.
I will never cease to be amazed at the level of trust you put and faith you put in the so-called gods.
Well,
The
they
Yomade is
haven't.
the light of man.
Well, she hasn't failed me until recently. Besides, I think I know now what that vision was telling me. It wanted me to become stronger. I'm not strong enough now, but I think if I keep going with Noble Moon and I keep training and, well, keep being a wall, I think I'll be able to be strong enough to, well, do whatever it was it sees in me.
Also, when you finish saying that, I'll give you the little wry grin and say, and so the sun sets on the previous chapter of your life.
And so the
And
sun
as he
sets.
says that, something dawns on you, Lucretia. You are reminded of your vision. It was a setting sun, but the scenery was calm and peaceful. It felt just right.
Yeah.
Hey,
Just
told you I knew what it was.
everybody's smiling around you like.
I'd say that's
Yeah,
a
but
great
also
place to
all
end
my
for the
family
session,
was
to be
dead.
honest.
My family was dead, though.
Yeah.
The way you're
Things
all
change.
smiling is making me slightly uncomfortable.
Everything genuine makes you uncomfortable.
Eris
Happy
just
to have
hugs
you
an
around,
arm around
Alicia.
her.
I give her a little. I'm gonna
What-
go on the
wait,
other
what do you
side as
say?
well.
Everything genuine makes you uncomfortable.
No, I heard that, but I didn't hear what Adam said.
I just said, just put a smile on like you do at events. And then I went in to go to the other side of the hug.
All the
Lulu,
hugs.
would you complete the trifecta? That's how this session ends. Everyone
I'm
gives
on-
Alicia a hug.
Everyone
drops
hugs Alyssia.
in the middle of a hug.
Lucretia, you have to calm down. Think of this logically. If you suddenly stop praying, what are you gonna do with the rest of the 12 hours in your day? You're gonna have so much free
Oh
time.
no! What am I gonna
You
do?
you get to hang out with Eris and do dumb shit. Awesome.
Yeah, the rest of the 12 hours of my day is basically teaching Iris how to keep her cool in
Read.
diplomatic keep her cool in diplomatic situations.
Lucretia,
And,
you don't have
getting
enough
her-
hours in a day to teach Iris that.
At least you can
Well,
improve.
I'll start by giving her a makeover.
Small improvement, small improvement.
In the meantime, as everybody's moving in for a group hug,
I'll
the
just-
sword very excitedly materializes again and goes, "Yay, group hug! I want in too." And she
I'm-
gives you a nice warm hug along with everybody else.
Yes.
And then she says, and considering Lucretia, you're on guard, she just goes, "It's okay, I'll take your blood tomorrow."
By the way, Eris is like, Morgana, get in here.
No,
I would
Can I
just
force
say that,
resummon her?
no.
Damn it.
I would just like to say that like Alyssia is thoroughly uncomfortable at the moment.
I
Oh,
knew
wow.
you
That's
would
the
be.
point.
Hey,
that's the point.
Alicia, as
Alicia,
the character
roll
that
to
gets you
resist
most,
to
know
get
just how
all the
uncomfortable
feels
you
at
are.
a disadvantage.
Wow.
Alicia, you cannot resist the feels. You're overwhelmed by the feels.
Is this
Yes,
what
the
love
feelings
feels
of
like?
the feelings of being uncomfortable as fuck.
The best part is, I know exactly how uncomfortable you are and still choose to do it in character.
All the hugs.
And with that, rather than the conversation was going with the sun setting, but you were actually having breakfast while having that very wonderful conversation. So the sun is, shall we say, shining
Rising.
brightly above you on as a new day dawns. And
Symbolism.
after the nice bonding session and a good talk, you're feeling refreshed, and ready to handle whatever comes your way. Or you would like to believe that, wouldn't you? There is still the issue of a giant airship blotting out the sun.